So Sony is pulling their physical discs. Should we be surprised? Actually, no. Because we've seen this happen before. This is totally in line with what Sony does. I want to bring you back to the era of digital cameras. When Sony first brought out their digital camera, everyone else was using SD cards, but Sony was like, nah, we're good. We're gonna force you to use our own SD cards. And on top of that, you had to use their own cables, their own accessories. Everything was in this quote-unquote Sony ecosystem. And this is way before Apple decided to have their own ecosystem. So that was one thing. Then we fast forward to when the PSP came out. And again, they did it again. Everyone was using cartridges and typical sort of like what you would expect from a portable gaming system. But Sony went, no, you use ours, a UHD, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. But it was basically a mini disc encased in a case. But again, that proved that Sony was living in their own world and didn't want to play with everybody else. You had to buy Sony products to use Sony products. You couldn't use third-party apps or third-party products to do it. And now seeing this with the physical copies, I'm not surprised, because Sony is still living in their own world, believing that their products and their way of thinking is the best way. And I hate to break it to you guys. No, it's not. Sony, get out of your bubble and realize that the ecosystem that gamers have isn't that bad. If anything, it might improve your sales. It might improve the way that people look at your brand. So at the end of the day, Sony, just do better.